Hi, my name is Isa Franco, and I play for the U17 ECNL Girls Academy.
Hi, my name is Isa Franco, and I work with Charlotte Independence, and I'm also Isa's older sister. Can you talk about your journey/pathway with Charlotte Independence Soccer Club? What program did you start with?
Yeah, so I started at Lake Norman, and then after that, I played at the Youth Academy for Lake Norman. Then I went into the pre-ECNL program with Independence when they merged, and after that, I've been in their ECNL program.
What was your reaction when you heard you made the under-17 national team? What was your family's reaction?
I was in shock. I had no idea that day that it was going to happen. I wasn't expecting a letter or anything. That day, my dad was taking me home. He said, I have something to tell you, and gathered everyone in the living room, and everyone already knew but me. And so he showed me, and my jaw just kind of dropped. I was like, there's no way that today I figured out that I'm going to Colombia to play. But I only had 3 days until I was actually going. So I was in shock and nervous and processing everything, but everyone was super happy. My parents were crying, my family was hugging me. It was really nice.
Did you have any self-doubt or fears about failure? If so, how did you overcome it?
Yeah, like I said, I had 3 days to process until I was actually there. So it wasn't until I arrived, everything was kind of sinking in. But as I went on to train and everything, I got more comfortable. I was really nervous at the beginning, but I was making friends. I was becoming close with people, and it felt like a support. So I was feeling good by the end. I was feeling more confident in myself, which I think is important. But it's okay to know you can mess up. Everyone messes up. It's normal to have self-doubt. It's just how quickly you can rebound from it and be resilient.
Were you excited?
I was so excited. I was so excited that it was nervous excitement.
How long were you in Colombia? Did you enjoy being there?
I've been in and out of the States to go to Colombia since October, and I've been there for 2 to 3 weeks usually. But in the past, the last time I went for the qualifiers, I was there for about a month, and I loved it. I love the food. I love the culture. It's different. I love the team because it feels like a family. It's not just a team there.
Was it a goal to make the national team?
My goal has always been, since I was little, whatever team I'm put on, to play the very best I can. And whichever team that puts me on is the one I deserve to be on. But as I've kind of grown and realized what I wanted to do, I realized I wanted to go as far as I can and play pro on the national team. So yeah, it was a goal. I never expected it to happen so soon or anything, but yeah, I've wanted to do this.
What was your experience playing for the national team and in the under-17 World Cup qualifiers?
It felt unreal. It didn't feel like something that could actually happen to me. It was so many emotions. Some days it was all fun and games, and the next you're locked in for a game, and you feel the pressure, but you feel so excited and so proud to play for a country too.
We heard your parents were at the qualifiers with you. What was it like having them there and having their support?
Well, you could definitely hear them from the stands. You knew they were there. But it was so nice to have them there because, I wasn't with my family for a really long time, and I wasn't there to come home after practice or a bad practice and have my mom to hug or my family to rant to or anything. So having them there was really motivating. It made me feel good. It felt like a little home away from home.
Were your coaches in Colombia different from any prior coaches you've experienced? If so, how?
Yeah, they were really different. Not just the language barrier or anything, a different language. But as soon as I got there, they told me to take out my club chip, my American chip, and put it aside and put in a new one to for them to teach me their style of play and how they wanted me to play for them. And neither way is better. It's just different, and I love playing both ways and having like kind of both those mentalities to switch to now, and I can also bring that here too, and kind of like incorporate it into this team too.
What do you think led you to this accomplishment? Who were your biggest supporters?
I don't think it was one specific moment I could say that this is why I'm here now. But it was so many things, and from the very beginning, I got really lucky with my parents and how my dad would always say before games to have fun, play smart, but if you're gonna play with passion, 110% all the time, 90 minutes. And my mom, she'd never force me to do anything that I didn't want to. Like they always my love for the game never died because of that. It just kept growing. And my supporters have been like everyone at the club, every coach I've grown up with, my first coach, my mom, my dad, obviously, and my sister for always taking me to practices, playing with me, never taking it easy. And the coaches I had before, Coach Alex, Trish, Kate, Mena, all my coaches at Independence, Erica, John, Greg, Aaron, and my coach on and off the field, my oldest sister, and recently the support of a country, which is really motivating. It really makes you want to play as hard as you can.
Once you were in Colombia, did you feel any stress or anxiety about playing with other national team players? If so, how did you get through it?
I was really nervous, like a lot of the time, but as I played, I had the support of my team, and I knew, like watching them play, they're like, wow, these girls are insane. Like I wanna be better for them, and they'd push me as well. So I was excited all the time to like get better with them and learn from them, and to play against national team players as well, like Brazil, like. That's insane. That's like a dream come true. And all of them, like you're always on your toes. You're always like, it's always a new experience, always something you're learning. So I was nervous, but I was excited too.
Your debut was against Brazil. How did that feel?
That was probably one of the most nerve-wracking days ever. Like I was shaking in the locker room, but again, like the family there, the family in the locker room, like they're your team, but they're your family, really. I mean, you're living with them for a month. You're gonna get close, and they'd like come over, give you some like support, but like you got this, like slap you on the back, go out on the field, you got this.
What was your favorite memory from this experience and being on the under-17 national team?
My favorite memory, besides like knowing we're qualifying, has to be the pregame locker room vibes, the singing and the dancing, and everyone's super hyped up for the game, and like the prayer, the circle we do before we go onto the field, and the feeling of walking out was my favorite. And like post-game, post-win, it's even better.
Your team qualified for the under-17 World Cup. How does that feel? Are you excited to compete? Nervous?
As soon as we knew we were qualifying, it was like a deep breath, because since October, the first time I went, the first thing the coaches said were, we're working to qualify for the World Cup. And every single time we went, it was that same thing over and over again. So it was really motivating to play for that. And as soon as you knew, like you completed your goal, you're like, oh my God, I did it. It's finally like since October, this goal, it's like finally complete. And I'm so excited to compete for the World Cup, like actually playing in that. And I'm nervous. Obviously, I'm really nervous, but I think I'm way more excited than I am nervous.
How are you preparing for the under-17 World Cup?
Well, I'm preparing, obviously with practice, keep training as much as I can, touches on the ball, playing with older girls, going to nationals, and training outside of just with the club, like by myself, doing things I need to work on. And also fueling yourself is very important, I think, to get the right training, like to get the most out of training, but also knowing that you can have off days. Like you need that mental restart, that weekend with your friends, to go to the movies, to have some ice cream, like you can treat yourself too. It's not all focused on what you want to do. It's also how you feel too.
Making the national team and qualifying for the U17 World Cup is such an incredible accomplishment. What would you say is your next goal in soccer?
My next goal to me is very, very clear. I want to be on the roster and win the World Cup. That is my #1 goal. And after that, whatever team that puts me on, my goal is to play the best I can for them and go as far as I can with whatever team I'm on, and to trust the process after that. Whatever comes, and do it the best I can.
What advice would you give to young girls trying to compete at a high level of soccer?
I would say 2 things. The first thing I learned from my dad, it was to have fun, play smart, and play with passion, 110% all the time. The second thing I learned in Colombia that I think applies to any team, anything, they'd say, un minuto en la selección vale oro, which means 1 minute in the selection is worth gold, which any team you're on, anytime you're playing, anytime you're on the field, you have your cleats on, it's gold. It's gold, and you never know where soccer's going to take you, when it's going to be your last game. So play as hard as you can every single time, and trust the process all the time.
What was your goal celebration?
My goal celebration was gonna be running to the stands and doing a heart to you guys with my friends, Reina, Ella. Actually, I did this with Reina when she scored.
Oh God.
She ran over. Ella, when she scored, she hugged me, but Reina, she had this. We went. That was our thing. We had that planned out, but she was like crying, so I was laughing, so I didn't even jump. I was just there because she's short. She's like here, so I didn't even jump. I just went like this.
Nice. What was your favorite food in Colombia?
Everything. Oh my God. Arepas. They'd have bandeja paisa. Which is just like every meat ever. Even their barbecue is better than here, I gotta say. I hate to say it, but even their barbecue was better. But I actually couldn't pick one of my favorite foods. Everything was so much better.
Can you talk a little bit about your player pathway with the club?
Yeah, so I started in the youth academy, U7. I was playing 2 years up. After that, I kind of grew in the club. Everything felt like a community. I was developing mentally, with my soccer IQ, with my actual skills, everything. I had support from everyone here, all the coaches, all the staff. It made me never even think about switching clubs. I loved it here. I loved every training. I loved coming here. The motivation, everything. And I kept going. Pre-ECNL, I was playing U11 from going to 9v9 to 11v11. I mean, it's literally double the field. And but still, I always had the whole support here, everything that it made it so much easier for the transition. And I could see myself every year getting better and better and developing every single year. And it was helping my character on and off the field too. It helps you become a leader. It helps you communicate with people, to connect with people, to express your ideas on and off the field, to get closer with people, because everyone here is so nice and there for you all the time. So from BCNL to ECNL, which is where I'm at now. And then